cold fingers. I'm going to have to use heated gloves, I think, to get them back up to heat. Could try with the mittens. Tried with gloves, but that wasn't good. I'm just going to have to switch off the camera. Try again. And my hands have been warmed up. You can see that I've put the scaffolding too close. Hands are freezing. It's weird because it's not really that cold. The parts that I'm using here come from an industrial greenhouses that I took down years ago with the intention of building a greenhouse. But all along it needed to have foundations. And that's the big expense when you've got all of the other materials. I've never found either the time or the money really to build that. It's also a big lifestyle change to start, just to have a greenhouse. But this building can be made into a greenhouse, of course. I let my hands get a little bit too cold, and so now they're hopeless really. You need to have heated gloves in this climate really, if you're, at least my age. Oh. Yeah, I'm sporting my homemade mittens today. There was a film about making them. So the glass is 60 centimetres wide, so I'm putting these at about 60 centimetres and 2 millimetres. I'm just putting one of those long 14 centimetre screws, they don't come out of the bottom. I hope. They don't seem to have come out. No. I sink them just below the surface of the wood so that the glass won't rest on the metal. And then I had to decide whether I'm going to go for using putty. Am I going to put putty down, or I've got some rubber? I could use rubber. I don't think I've got enough. That's going to be quite a few metres, isn't it? I've got Sikaflex, kind of a curing, self-curing, air-curing plastic solutions to the problems. I just reckon that if I put these at 60 at the bottom, then I can cut them at the top, cut them at the bottom, put the glass in and fix them as I go up. Now these have been lying in a pile for probably 12 or 14 years maybe, but they were originally made in the 1960s when there were different rules about impregnation of materials, and so they have the very great quality of not rotting, but of course they are poisonous. Wouldn't be allowed to buy these now. I suppose it might even be illegal to use them. I doubt that though. It's better it's up on the roof there than it is down in the ground. Right, the mittens have done the trick. I'm starting to get a bit of warmth in my fingers now. The gloves were hopeless. So I'm just putting these with 60 centimetre opening. I can't do that one because of the scaffolding. It's right on 60, that's annoying. Yeah, the scaffolding is right on 60, so I can't actually do those all of those now. I think if I do the first one, that might be enough. First piece of glass at the bottom. I could move the scaffolding out a little bit. I think I'd really like to take the scaffolding down. Just need to do these two wind braces. Or I can do that. It's perfectly possible to stand on the inside the roof here. For most of the work. It's nice having a scaffolding for some of it right at the end there, but it's going to get in the way, I think. Try just leaning it out very slightly, doesn't do any harm. Try that. Scaffolding is very often 30 centimetres from the wall, something like that. Going to go into full December mode. At least I'm getting a bit of life into my fingers again. They used a compound to put the glass in originally that's seems also incredibly durable. That product certainly doesn't exist anymore. I don't know how old that is. It probably isn't from the 1960s. That's fine. We don't need very much to stick out because just want a drip edge. I don't want to have a load sticking out because it's stronger. Yeah. This is smells of pine tar. Really. So much better quality the materials in the past. I suppose probably because it was colder. I mean, it isn't the global warming, whether it's natural or man-made. That's a different question. But it certainly is a lot warmer, and as a result, the trees grow faster, and it's going to put more strain on the wood in houses as well, because it's going to be obviously a more humid climate, at least in Scandinavia, where in the past it's always been very cold and dry in the winters. If it starts getting warm and humid, then they're going to have to reappraise the whole system here, how we build wooden houses. So these have been 14 years lying on, they've been on a kind of piece of scaffolding like this. They've been off the ground, but they have always been wet. And there's no rot in them at all. At the moment, these are just fixed at the bottom. As I go up, I'll put some glass in, I think, probably before I fix them at the top. This one's wet. I want to make holes in my jacket. Sticky. That's harpix, or if it's because it's wet. It wouldn't surprise me if it's just harpix. You know, we call it mulm resin. Very tightly grown, tetoxed, slow grown. I also have windows, several roof windows for this greenhouse system. I'm quite low tech, but Put a couple of wedges there to put under that one to bring it up to 9 centimetres. Maybe they're more like 10. Yeah, they're actually closer to 10. I think I might use the jumbo screw for that. Not just because it's longer, that's not really the point, but because it's has more girth. Alright, well, thanks very much for watching. Welcome back to another day and another film. If you like the film, click the like button. If you're new to the channel, maybe you'd like to subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel, that would be fantastic. Bye bye.